Good morning, and how are you today? This is part 2 of my Rose Petal sparkling wine video. To be honest, my wine isn't quite ready to be brought up to speed with the second part yet. I don't know how your wines are so clear at this stage. Mine still has a few more months to go, but I will be putting the fizz into my Rose Petal wine, regardless if it's a bit cloudy or not, so please excuse the cloudy state of my wine. This is purely for demonstration purposes, and to be honest, I will drink it. It just won't be as clear as I would have liked, but I want to show you the next few stages. So first thing with your wine, once it's finished fermenting and cleared, is you want to take a hydrometer reading so you can see where that sugar level is sitting. If your wine has fermented like mine to dry, that is brilliant. That is the aim. So ideally, you want to ferment it to dry. That is brilliant. And of course, have a wee taste test, and that would go really well to be sparkling. The next stage is you want to be adding about 1 tablespoon of sugar per wine bottle. So if you're making a gallon batch, you want to add 5.5 tablespoons of sugar to your demi-job. And the most important ingredient is some sparkling wine yeast or champagne wine yeast. You only need a small amount of the sachet, or half a teaspoon, because you haven't added that much sugar. So sprinkle your sachet or half your sachet into the wine and use the rest of your sachet for another wine. You want to let your wine stand for about 24 hours and then take another hydrometer reading. You want your hydrometer to be reading at that stage to be just over 1.000. You don't want it to ferment to dry. You want to have that sparkling wine yeast working with that little bit of sugar. Normally, that amount of sugar and sparkling wine yeast will work its way through in about 24 hours. Once you're happy that it's just over that 1.000 on your hydrometer, you want to bottle. You can either use swing top bottles or champagne bottles with champagne corks, or beer bottles. All work really well. If you want to lay your wine down for a longer period of time, a year or 2 years, I would aim to use the champagne bottles because they are stronger, they are more resilient to bumps and damage, and generally they look a lot better when you pop them open. And that is simply it. You want to have that second carbonation. The champagne yeast or sparkling wine yeast will produce brilliant, fantastic bubbles, big bubbles, lots of them, several thousands per minute. And it won't be too fizzy that it's going to hit the ceiling when you open up the bottle. It will be a nice gentle pop and a gentle pour with that fizz and those bubbles coming. It won't be explosive. You do not want to have an explosive bottle because the pressure inside will explode the bottles or explode everywhere when you pop the cork. So that is how I make my sparkling wines. I put them through a secondary fermentation. I get the initial lot done, then I can regulate the final quantity of sugar to that sparkling wine yeast just to give it that perfect, wonderful, amazing fizz and bubbles and sparkle without it being explosive. So I'll probably bottle mine tomorrow. I just wanted to get this video out because quite a few people have been asking for it. Their wines have cleared. And to be honest, I had forgotten about this wine. It's been under my table and I've forgotten to check on it. Hey, I want to get this video out there so that you can make better wines sooner. So if you want to see some more videos on winemaking at home, country wines, taste tests, hints, tips, tricks, then please subscribe and check out the other videos, and I'll see you all really soon. You have fun now.